The South African government has committed to submitting the country to its second generation review under the African Peer Review Mechanism following the first review back in 2007. The launch of the South African APRM Youth Submission was launched earlier this week, and the report reflects the assessments considered, its views and as well as its recommendations for young people on the state and future of governance across a wide spectrum of issues. Let's speak more on this. I'm joined by Thokozile Nkgadima, who's a youth participant and director of Nala and Lesedi Development. Thokozile, pleasure to have you on the program. I mean, reading from your profile, it's quite astounding to say that the least. Just tell us a bit more about yourself and how you describe yourself and what drives you.
Thank you for having me, Nhlanhla. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. My name is Thokozile Nkgadima, and I am a Global Youth Ambassador for their World Organization, also a founder of Nala and Lesedi Development Organization, which aims to address issues that are affecting South Africa, mainly the education system of South Africa and also the gender equality, and also it's driven by the different policies of South Africa and internationally, such as the Sustainable Development Goals, which is the goal number 4, which is quality education, and goal number 5, which is gender equality. As a young person in South Africa, I saw a gap and saw challenges that are facing our country. Yeah. And I believe that it was my responsibility and still my responsibility to build a foundation for the future generation. I mean, I can't just sit and keep quiet and see issues that are affecting my community, and especially the literacy, which South Africa has a literacy crisis. And with my organization, I aim to address it in different dimensions and how we can also improve as me personally and people are working around with, and also different people, and hoping to encourage more young people to take steps in developing a country. Because to be honest, when you see a problem in your country, is also part of your responsibility. We can't build a nation only depending on the government, but we as individuals and citizens of South Africa, we need to play our role. And for me, it was very important, and as a person, as a young person, it's important to be at the forefront of contributing to the development of this country. So that's a little bit of myself and what I do.
Now, as we wrap up our conversation, I quickly want to speak about the submissions that you'll be making to this review mechanism, or the submissions that you'll be putting forward. You spoke about very important issues, especially regarding the issue of unemployment, because it plagues mostly South Africa's youth. Just expand on what you'll be putting in place, or rather issuing as a submission for this review.
When we look at the submission, you saw that the submission has 9 key governance issues that we addressed. We looked at the youth participation and political participation, the social cohesion and inclusion, and peace and security. And we also looked at, as you're saying, unemployment. We looked at economic empowerment, where the inequalities of our country. So we, as a submission, we encourage the government to play a role in addressing issues such as unemployment in our country. And in our paper, we gave out different recommendations of how the government can be able to expand and look at the different issues and how they can address the government. So particularly our submission is based on looking at the recommendation and giving a context on those issues.
And very quickly, if you may, how can other young people participate in this mechanism?
I believe young people have opportunities such as SAIA gave us the right opportunity. A call was called on social media and the different platforms of social media, where we as young people use social media. Such opportunities are there in social media. When I saw this on social media, I also encouraged my friends and people around me to be part of the process. Such opportunities are presented every day, and it's for us young people to look for such opportunities. And if we don't get opportunities, to create those opportunities to participate and engage and involve more young people. So, yeah.
That was Thokozile Nkgadima. She's the director of Nala and Lesedi Development. From one phenomenal woman, we move to another, where